morning from Shetland, my last day, and finished a bit of a blinder last night finding this place. Yeah, it's pretty special. Now I had to walk 10 minutes over the hill to get here. So that's the route over. And the owner very kindly jumps in his quad and takes your luggage down for you. So give you a little tour. So this is the outside toilet and shower. Very cool. Very well done. Just the door will open. It's the shower in here. It's very good, very hot. And then you've got your outside compostable toilet, which would be my first choice, but do you know what? It's fine. So yeah, we are tidied up, ready to roll. Steak and chips last night, a treat for the last night on Shetland. And yeah, just this morning we are heading, keep saying we, me and the bike, come quite close. We're going to head down to the south of the island, Sumburgh being sort of end goal. And yeah, you see this little kitchen. And into the main living area, which was very cool. Had the fire going for when I arrived. Little stove there. Yeah, and a cracking view and decking outside. So yeah, that's today. Ferry's at 7, can check in at 5, so probably a couple of hours to kill in Lerwick. But yeah, it's pretty windy. It was raining quite heavily earlier and cold. So yeah, we'll suck it up, see how we go on. And I'll see you on the ferry. Okay, this is us leaving. That was a cracking night stay. Really, really enjoyed that. Sean was a lovely host. And yeah, just something a bit different. A wee cabin. Beautiful view. Last day in Orkney. Sorry, I already know what island I'm on. Last day in Shetland, David. So the ferry leaves tonight at 7. Check-in opens 2 hours before, which is 5. So I have the south of the island to explore. So we're going to go and see Hamnavoe. Sort of south of Whiteness, I guess. Gonna have a wee explore down there and then head on down to the very bottom to Sumburgh. We'll see the lighthouse. Yeah, it was a great wee cabin. Sort of pull-out bed, but a sort of decent, proper pull-out bed. Wee outside toilet and shower, which was really well done again. Compostable toilet, which was, yeah, certainly gets the senses going first thing in the morning. Whew. And yeah, just lovely, really nice, well thought out. You can tell Sean's put a lot of love into that place. So yeah. Cheeky steak and chips for dinner last night, which was a really nice treat. slept like a log, but then red wine does that to you. Degrees, back to 4 degrees. It was raining this morning quite heavily, so hopefully got cleared up a bit now. Just gonna take it easy and just enjoy my time. I think I'll probably have a couple of hours to kick around, sort of try and get back to Lerwick for sort of 3 o'clock. A couple of hours to explore Lerwick and then check in at 5. Confirmed last night that I have my mock test booked for the Saturday, next Saturday, so get reading my highway code again and learning my stopping distances, working my shoulder checks, which are still not great. Yeah, try and get out a couple of times when I get back this week and just try and hammer home the shoulder checks and feeling a bit more flexible on the bike. I feel like I need to do some yoga. Quite stiff. See if I can get something to eat down in Sumburgh. Yeah. Sean's right, the roads around here are lovely. Really well kept and looked after. Said they do get quite a lot of bikers, just not this time of year. I thought, alright. I'm still bringing money to the economy in the depths of winter. Shetland MOT and repair, SMR. To remember whether I've been in this road or not. sure there's people that have sat their CBT that have taken roundabouts better than that. Awful. I think I really do need to get off the bike and just limber up. This is the combination of wet roundabout with lots of paint. And I've not had a coffee, and yeah, keep the excuses coming, hey? Riding like a moron. Beautiful. I was going to say that's an empty graveyard, it's a car park. He was bang on. He said it'll take me about 45 minutes. Just met a lovely old gentleman in Hamnavoe who said, oh, a bit cold to be out on a bike, is it not? I said, yes it is, bloody freezing. Anyway, he had a great story. He had a house up there, and he making an absolute balls of this. Jason would not be pleased. Yeah, he had a house here, shop in Lerwick, and he just decided one day he would quite like to get away from Shetland, go somewhere a bit warmer, which is probably fair. And am I going the right way? Yeah. So he moved to Thailand and lived out there for 9 years, and then decided he was getting a bit old for that kind of lifestyle. And when he was there, he had met a woman, a Thai hairdresser, and he said he was going back, and she said, look, well, I've got nothing to keep me here, can I come with you? To which she laughed and said, do you know where I'm from? I'm from this tiny little island, very north of Scotland, and yeah. Anyway, she went with him and still lives here. Says he loves it, she loves it, so that's cool. Cool little story. Okay, so that was Hamnavoe, beautiful, as he said himself, very quiet, everything sort of everything's sort of shutting down for the season, and we are now going to head to Sumburgh Lighthouse and check out the very south of the island. Oh, 7 degrees. What has happened? Big yellow beauty in the sky being kind to me. Yeah, so they never used to have this bridge, and he was telling me he used to ride a bike, and the examiner used to come once a year to do tests. And one of the chaps who was doing his test couldn't see very well and was asked to do an eyesight test, and he just basically memorised the 3 cars' registrations beforehand. test. Shetland pony. I think the Shetland Pony Experience Centre is somewhere around here. And just everywhere you look, you see wind turbines on top of hills. The other thing he was saying, he said, I was telling him where I'd stayed on the island, and he was saying, I asked if it was busy, and he said, oh look, accommodation here can get booked up to a year in advance. Wow. So it is obviously a hustling, bustling place in the summer. Might go home and suggest to Susie we move to Shetland. And I think given I can't even get her to come over, it'd be a hard no and see you later, Mr. Hay. Do you think you could be an absolute introvert living here and just go out for your shopping and not have to meet anyone? But I think you can actually be more of an introvert in somewhere like a city like Edinburgh, where you genuinely can go to a shop and not meet anyone, you know, whereas you come out shopping here and high chance you'll know everyone. this brings me to the end, and I hope you enjoyed my epic adventure of Orkney and Shetland. It really was epic. Appreciating it may not have always appeared that way in the vlogs. Everything really went without any mishaps. Tallulah performed without missing a beat. So comfortable and such a capable bike. Yes, mid-November probably isn't the ideal time of year to do it, but you make do with what time you have. Would I do it again? Honestly, probably not. As mentioned, if it had been summer and longer days, then I probably could have taken a few days off the trip. But it was quite nice just riding for 5 hours a day and, ultimately ending up somewhere different for the night. Um, they are beautiful islands, lovely, welcoming hosts, and the people that I met, just so friendly. I would definitely recommend doing it. The ferry from Orkney to Shetland and Shetland to Aberdeen really adds to that feeling of the adventure. So all that's left to say is thanks for watching. Appreciate some were longer than others. Please give the vlogs a like and consider hitting that subscribe button if you enjoyed it. Lots more planned for 26, including ABR Festival and a trip to hopefully the Black Forest. And yeah, hopefully my vlogs will improve in both content and editing. Anyway, all for now. Speak soon.